Midwest Picker on YouTube.
Hey, Midwest Picker here. Welcome to my channel. I have to first, before I get into the video, talk about all my new subscribers. Now, I don't know, it's a theory I have that YouTube will grab a small YouTube channel like me. I'm small potatoes. I mean, I am nothing. And they'll promote it. They'll push it to the YouTube homepage and they'll suggest videos, maybe for 5 days or 7 days. I don't know. Something happened and my channel has just blown up. I don't make that great of videos. I mean, I put time and effort and money into it, but it's just a hobby. It's just for fun. I'm a full-time RN, work from home. I'm a part-time reseller, part-time YouTube content creator, and I get, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 new subscribers a month. I've gotten over 80 new subscribers in like the last 3 days. I don't know what's going on. I looked at my analytics and it's YouTube homepage, YouTube suggestions, whatever. And people are finding me, watching the videos, subscribing. That's awesome. So thank you to all the new subscribers. I have all kinds of playlists too. If you're new here, true stories, how-to videos, check those out if you have time. This video is kind of an educational video. So if you're kind of new to reselling, or if you're an old-time reseller like Poshmark, Etsy, and you want to jump into eBay, I'm going to talk about why in the heck is eBay trying to take all of our money. They already take a ton of money. Final value fees. When you sell an item, you have to pay a fee to eBay. It makes sense. I mean, that's how they run their business. And if you're new, it's about 13%. I'm top rated plus, so it's about 10%. Different categories are different. Musical instruments are way low. They're only like 3%. You have to do your own research and check it out. eBay motors and industrial stuff can be really high, but on average, you're talking 13%. But eBay wants you to increase your sales, because if you increase your sales, they get more money. So that makes sense. How do you increase your sales? Well, there's free ways to do it, but eBay's constantly asking me to spend more of my money and give more money to eBay just to boost my sales.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Does that make any sense? Well, my items are vintage, collectible items, what we call long tail. They can take for, you know, a year, 2 years to sell. Some things sell very quickly. I do retail arbitrage. If you're a high volume seller and your items sell very quickly, let's say you're doing, you're selling comic books, trade cards, vintage t-shirts, whatever the trends are. I'm old. I don't know what the new trends are. Joey, he knows all the new trends. If your items are selling very quick, you might want to consider some of these things. Spend a little bit of money to boost your sales. It might be worth it. But the profit margin is already very, very tight. We're already not making a whole lot of money. So to give eBay even more money doesn't make a lot of sense. I have about 900 listings on eBay. I've got about 10 each on Poshmark, Etsy, Mercari, a little bit Facebook Marketplace. So let's get into this video. Why did I tell eBay no 4 times? The first topic is promoted listings. And now if you've been around the block and you've been on eBay for a while, you already know what promoted listings are. I'm not going to get into the details of it. I'll let you look it up yourself and do your own research. Never believe these YouTubers, right, on YouTube, because you might be watching this video 3 years later and the information can be all outdated. So do your own research, take my advice, but always do your own research. Just the real quick and dirty, if you pay eBay to promote your items, you get better visibility to potential buyers than people that don't promote. That's basically what it is. So you have your final value fee, then you got your promoted percentage fee on top of that. The minimum right now as the recording of this video is 3%, but you can go as high as I think 19 or 20%, which is insane. And you only pay this extra fee when the item sells. So that's about the only good thing about it. Right now, I currently promote a lot of my items, 3 to 4%. I experimented where I refused to promote anything. Then I promoted everything at 10%. Then I only promoted a few things. A lot of my stuff is unique. It doesn't have a lot of competition. But right now, I pretty much promote everything 3 to 4%. So the first time I told eBay, no, is when they try to get me to promote my items at their recommended promotional rate. This particular example, eBay tried to get me to promote an item at 12%. Now, anybody can do the math. If the final value fee for me is 10%, Let's see, carry the 5 to 2. That's 22% going to eBay. Well, that just killed all my profits right there. So no, sorry, eBay. I've seen suggestions as high as 19%. Maybe you guys have seen it higher. I'm not giving that much money to eBay just to promote my item. No way.
Oh, no, 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 no.
And here's some screenshots of what I'm talking about here. eBay is trying to convince me, suggested an ad rate of 12% to be competitive in this category based on what others are doing and to increase my chance of a sale. Oh, heck no. My final value fee, like I said, is 10%, and they want me to add 12 on top of that. There is no way. I ended up going with 5% for this particular item, but yeah, I'll promote. You pretty much have to if you're dealing with a lot of competition and there's hundreds or thousands of items on eBay that you're trying to sell. Like I said, I got some unique stuff that I'm the only one on all of eBay that has this one item. I definitely won't promote that. There's one little stupid nuance I did want to tell you. Let's say you promote your item at 10% and it just sits there and simmers for a while. And then you're thinking to yourself, you know, I don't know about that. I think I'm going to lower it. And somebody like clicked on it and looked at it. They didn't watch it. They just clicked on it, looked at it, and they left and they never bought it. A few days later, you lower the promotion to 3%. And then they come along a week later and they actually come back to your item and they decide to buy it. eBay will charge you 10%. There's nuances and rules with this. Could even be a different buyer. I don't know. You'll have to research that. But don't think you can set it really high, like 15%, and get it noticed and then lower it to 3% and hope that somebody is still going to buy it later, because eBay will charge you that higher promoted rate. The second time, dose, I told eBay no, is when they suggested to me to do the auto price lowering. As of the recording of this video, I think it's July 2025. So if you're watching this in 2026, it might not be true anymore. But as of right now, auto price lowering is kind of in the beta phase. They're suggesting it to some eBay sellers, but not all of them. You might not see this when you go to list your item, but I have it and I'm going to show it to you. Basically, the strategy is to lower your prices to get the item sold. Well, you can already do that with bulk editing, but eBay wants you to do it slowly over time. And when you create a new listing, eBay will suggest this to you as you're creating your listing. And here are some screenshots. You do have control over how much you lower it, how often you lower it, and the minimum price. But this won't work for me. I already have my price set at what I'm willing to take. I can't go much lower, and I have best offers turned on. So if I receive an offer, that's already a lower price. So I told eBay, no, for the second time, I'm not doing that. There's no way. Some people might like this, that it's automatic, it saves you time, but for me personally, this is a no. Next is the absolute worst idea I've ever seen on eBay. It was a big no for me. No, no, no.
No. No. No. Nope.
Promoting your listings off-site. This is the third time I told eBay no. Well, kind of. I tried it and they keep suggesting it. So I'm telling them no. This brilliant idea charges you money to promote your eBay listings off the eBay site. I don't even know where they go. I'm going to guess somewhere on the internet, other platforms, other kind of ads. But you have to pay even if it doesn't sell. Well, isn't that special?
Isn't that special?
Now, like I said, if you're a high volume seller of high demand items, this might sound like a good idea to you. But for me and my selling model, not a good idea. I actually tried this in May. I don't know if you're watching this years later, May of 2025, and I actually broke even or lost money. Not a good experiment. So here's a screenshot of what I'm talking about. This is called my campaign performance, which is terrible. Either my products are terrible or eBay's campaign is terrible or both. I don't think it's all me because I have sales all the time. So here is the screen. It's called the campaign performance. This is May 7, 2025 to May 11, 2025. Got to get my readers out here. Oops, sorry, I touched the microphone. So these are my metrics for my little experiment. So I'm just going to go from left to right and down. So clicks, basically There were 929 impressions by eBay, where they went, how long they went, I have no idea, but there were 17 clicks. So my click-through rate was 1.8%. That is not good. That may be on me. My products just suck. Who knows? I sold one item. 929 impressions. I sold one item. The item sold for $14.21. Not a big sale. But they charged me $3.90 for those 17 clicks. So they say the sales conversion rate was 5.8%. I think it's much worse. I would call it 1.8%. Cost per click, they charged me 23 cents for every click. And the ROAS, that stands for return on ad spend, was 3.64. Not really sure how they came up with that math. And over here, quantities sold. This is a nice little little disclaimer here. So this really is terrible. Total amount of sales for the selected period includes both promoted and non-promoted items, provided the buyer purchased one of your non-promoted items in the 30 days following a click on one of your promoted offsite ads. That's lawyer talk. So what they're saying is, if a buyer buys anything, even a non-promoted item, but they did click a promoted item but didn't buy the promoted item, I still get charged for the non-promoted item purchase. So to kind of rephrase this, they click on a promoted item, but they don't buy it. 29 days later, they buy anything in my eBay store, even non-promoted items, I still get charged the promoted rate. Well, isn't that special? Heck no. So I did give it an experiment. I tried it. Every time I go to my dashboard or I list a new item, they're trying to promote this offsite advertising, which you have to pay for, even if you don't make a sale. And then if they click on something that's promoted, let's say it's promoted on Google or Facebook, and somebody's like, oh, wow, look at that. It's a Michigan license plate from 1942. And they click on it and they look at it and they go, oh, $100? No way. And they leave. 2 weeks later, they find something in my eBay store, a non-promoted item like a thimble or a salt and pepper shaker for $5, and they buy it. I'm going to get charged the promotion fee for that other item they bought because they simply saw something else that was promoted. So eBay is saying, they basically found you because of us, so we're going to charge you money. So there's a fourth time. There is a fourth time I told eBay, no.
No, no, no.
The very old pay-per-click campaign on eBay. Now, if you've been on the internet like me for a long time, I've been on the internet, gosh, I don't know, 20, 25 years. Pay-per-click is a very old process. Basically, they throw out your item all over the internet, and you only have to pay if somebody clicks on the ad. Or you could pay for impressions, but you don't pay for clicks. So 10,000 impressions for $5, no matter what happens. Not bad. 10,000 impressions, but you pay $1 per click. Not bad if you trust it. Like if it's Google, I kind of trust it. But if it's a third party, how do you know there's not some warehouse in China paying people to go around and click on stuff? I mean, I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory, but I just don't trust it. And I'm not a big swear cursing guy, but I'm going to curse this time. Heck no. So this is the same as promoted listings on eBay. But if a potential buyer clicks on something, looks at it, and leaves and doesn't buy it, you get charged money with no sale. Really, eBay? Do you think we're all charities out here? We're just going to give you more and more money. I'm just going to get a wheelbarrow full of money and just give it to eBay and hope my sales increase? There's no way. So maybe there's resellers out there that think these 4 ideas are great ideas. I personally don't. I want to hear from you down in the comments. Have you tried any of these, and what were your results? Maybe I'm a little paranoid and I should try some of these, but for me, I don't think they work. Not only would I be losing money, I would be paying eBay to lose money. So this is an example of 4 times I told eBay no. With an asterisk, I do promote my items, but I don't promote them as high as eBay suggests I should. These are just my opinions.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
This is an educational video. Take it for what it is. But I am curious to know if you've had success with these ideas. Not the promoted listings. Well, maybe the promoted high ones. I know some resellers out there will promote at 12%, 15%. Whoa. I mean, even if I source my items for free, I would never do that. So that's the video, guys. Real quick, just me whining, throwing out conspiracy theories. Let me know down in the comments, am I crazy? Do you agree with me, disagree with me? I like to hear it all. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Glad you're here. Glad you stayed to the end. This really helps with the algorithm. Until next time, see ya.